I had heard about the mythical Joshery. Everyone always compared me to him. We apparently both had the same charismatic energy and inviting demeanor. In Tivana land, Joshery was a legend, an inspiration to anyone who met him. Sunshine encapsulated in human form. When I transferred from Anchorage to Portland, he was the person I was most excited to meet. Joshery worked at a different store than I did, so it took a while for us to come into contact. Eventually, though, he transitioned to being the co-assistant manager with me at Washington Square. We were a fantastic team. Our working styles complemented each other. He was strong where I was weak, and vice versa. Together, we helped make sure our managers, Tony and Shemaya, kept their shit together. My favorite thing about working with Josh was his flair. For example, the way he would sample to potential customers. He'd stand in the doorway with the plate of tea samples and do Tai Chi. I'd stand there a lot and just marvel at how easy it was for him to entertain himself. I hated sampling. The excitement only began when a customer would enter. But Joshery, he was always excited. Soon I discovered just how brave he truly was. Joshery is proudly and openly a trans man. Soon after beginning transitioning, he discovered he had the power to, quote-unquote, pass. With this privilege, Josh rarely has to worry about encountering transphobia in the wild. He could easily revel in that privilege. Instead, he wore it on his sleeve like a badge of honor. This helped me when we hired a younger trans man at the shop, Elliot. Due to Joshery being, again, I hate this word, passable, he never had to worry about his pronouns being confused. Elliot had just begun his transition, so many of our coworkers had trouble using his correct pronouns. While to cis people, it was harmless. To Elliot, it was emotionally exhausting. It didn't seem to matter how often I'd correct people. It became a consistent issue. Joshery and I put our heads together, and I got his permission to use him as a statement to the other staff. Whenever I'd catch someone misgendering Elliot, regardless if Elliot was around or not, I'd very sternly ask them, "Are you going to call Josh she too?" Till it stuck into every person's head. It worked. I never heard anyone who knew Elliot misgender him again. Working together to make sure Elliot had a safe place to thrive at work cemented Joshery and me as friends. While he preferred to keep his work and home relationships separate, I broke him down. And it didn't take long before Joshery and I would hang out outside of work. We went to dinner, played laser tag, and he was at my wedding and a huge part of the festivities around it. By the time Tivana closed, he and I were the longest-term workers in our district. In the last few months, the company was open. He went back to manage the Clackamas location, and I was managing the Pioneer Place one. Our respective stores closed on the same exact day, one of the last in the company. Tivana had been such a huge part of building both of our characters. It felt like kismet that he and I would close out this chapter together. In the years since he continued to inspire me, the amount of love he has for the world only rivals my own. Meeting him was a turning point for me. He is the only person I've met who holds the same pessimistic optimism about the world we live in. And his journey to authenticity encouraged me to stop playing games with my mental health and to do the hard work I've been doing recently to accept myself. Everyone deserves a Joshery in their life.